What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we are back to Frostpunk 2. Sorry about not having a stream yesterday, and on top of that, sorry for doing Frostpunk 2 again instead of Star Wars Outlaws. It's just I couldn't actually access Star Wars Outlaws without internet, so we went ahead and did Frostpunk 2 for today. Alright, so basically we're running into a problem to where we don't have enough prefabs. We are going to be dismantling our building here, so that's going to give us a little bit. We are using a good bit of coal. We have 2,600 remaining. It looks like it'll last about a day. It is almost warm season though, so I mean, that's the good news. This is going to come into a little bit of an attrition. Stuart, there was a shameful display during a wake yesterday. Some of the deceased families wanted a traditional burial, while others complained about the wasteful antics and said the body should be donated to further city's healthcare. This could save people's lives, was answered, and I won't risk my father's soul. As people get more heated, they eventually came to blows. In the aftermath of the fight, the body disappeared and each side suspects the other at foul play. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident, and maybe we need to common rules to get everyone on the same page. Alright, so we can commit to either the harvesting funerals or ceremonial funerals. We have 30 weeks to pass this law. And we also need to research the mechanized saw, which I believe we already have that started down here. Alright, so I made some controversial decisions last time, and we're just going to have to reverse it. So let's get rid of all their housing. They're going to be homeless again. They're really not going to like that. And then we're going to have to start getting the oil up and running, so that means first off, we're going to have to get our prefabs up. We are slowly going to be running out of coal inside our main district. It is almost the warm season, so that's almost going to be fixed. We're just going to have to deal with it for a little bit. There's going to be some very angry people inside of our town, though, so that's another thing that we're going to have to slowly sort of work out. Alright, so this will grant us 150 prefabs. So now we're at 310. So if I had an extraction district, could I even, so I don't have anywhere unlocked over that way anyways. All right, so that's going to cost 150, so let's go and do that. Hold on. Stuart, the New Londoners are furious that the city's development efforts no longer in force, really worsen with the New Londoners' city development efforts, so we can ignore our promise to restore the city development effort. Alright, so we have 1 week, 1 day before we can actually do any more promises, so we gotta hold off on that. They're going to be completely furious when they find out that we gotta turn off all the power. And I mean, the only other solution we have is to like dismantle some of the stuff around here. Alright, so we have a week before that, so let's do 2 times speed. We gotta wait for that to crack open. Oh great, there's something else people hate. Stuart, the Star Wars are furious that the mass-produced good law is no longer in force. We have way too many promises going on. We will attempt to do it. Alright, so let's go over to the other towns, since they seem to be a lot more better spirits, even though they're freezing to death because they know no housing at all. Alright, so 2 times speed. I mean, really, we're only going to have to do this 1 time to crack it open. Once we do that, then we'll be able to start working on our prefabs. Everything will be all fine and dandy. Let's see, is that only going to have 1 oil pump over here? We got another one all the way down that way. This is just workforce and heat stamp, so I mean, theoretically, we can go in and just like crack open most of this stuff. And that's not going to matter. So keep it on 2 times speed. As soon as we get to the oil solution up and running, we'll be able to do that. Hold on, which one's going to fail first? So we need to... I guess they're all really about the same. Alright, so we got 51 for us. Let's just propose this, vote on it. We're not even going to negotiate. We have no negotiating abilities at the moment since we are completely tied up anyways.
The delegates have
62 are for, so let's move on with our day so we can continue our city. I see, trust rises, fantastic. Alright, 2 times speed. As soon as this cracks open, we might actually be in business here. So we have got 50 prefabs also, 230. Alright, so now, extraction district. Oil. Alright, so we got the oil situated. What do we need for housing? So that needs 200 prefabs. Okay, so that's all ready. What is the next issue? Steward, the Froststones are furious that the expedition support law is no longer enforced. I swear I just voted on that. Literally.
Law takes hold.
Alright, so the new Londoners are not very happy.
Steward.
Acquire some more heat stamps. Alright, so hold on. So can I just like... let's do... Too soon to perform this action again. Okay, what about you?
Steward.
I don't remember raising funds on either of those. Alright, so the new Londoners really need to have a promise done. Which is going to be the mechanized sawmill. Which should have just actually been completed. Alright, there we go. So now we're starting to work towards that. We should have a very low supply of coal. Alright, so now we have oil. Can we turn you on? So that's going to start generating oil. Hold on, so we'll pause you, go inside the build menu, let's get a housing district. Alright, so we got housing, food seems to be completely even in this area. So now, how are we actually going to be doing this? We still have 400 workforce too, so we should be able to like break inside the area here, grab more oil. And that'll be fine. Alright, so now we should be also able to build over here if we wanted to. Once we get enough prefabs, we can get a third oil node up and running. So let's see, how do we actually do this? Let's mount to the city, summary panel, double click to move camera to this location. Okay. So once we start getting the oil, we should be able to move it over. I think it's going to take a little bit of time first, though. Steward, the New Londoners have grown deeply unhappy with your rule. Community leaders are now openly urge New Londoners to join the stalwarts, arguing that as part of a radical organization, they will be better able to protect their interests. If nothing is done to address the situation, many angry New Londoners will join the stalwarts and push for the faction to take action against you. Worse than the stalwarts, encourage. Let's see here. Go ahead. I mean, the stalwarts love us, so I mean... You may leave and join the group that likes us. That I fully support that operation. Alright, people are freezing to death in our other colony. That's not good. Our housing's almost built, though. Alright, so we got a week for you, so we can't do any votes, so we gotta wait on you. Warmer season, heat demand is decreased. That's exactly what we were looking for. So we need to find like a positive solution when it comes to oil as well. Once this is built though, we'll have housing, everybody's happy, and we should actually be able to drop down one notch, even less demand. Stalwarts are furious that you broke your word. Alright, trust falls. I don't know what word I broke. I'm trying to get us heat because apparently people don't like heat inside this world. You would have thought that they would have loved it. I mean, we could just like promote them. So we could raise the funds for here.
Steward. stew.
and fun projects here. Wasn't maybe not the best solution, but I mean theoretically that should be able to like juggle enough to make some people happy. This is going to need to start getting oil. Alright, so our council is ready yet again, so what are we actually able to vote on? So we can pass expedition support. That's going to be for the Frostlanders, which are going to be you. We have our funeral category, which is also slowly working out. So let's do the city, vote on this yet again. Yes, I'm not sure if we just like completely did everything wrong when it comes to voting initially, and that's why we're just having to like jumble the exact same votes like back and forth. I didn't realize that they were working against each other. It just seems like they were both sort of on a positive note. Alright, so that's 90% of the way done. So that should be good. It'll be these two checked, and then we got the funerals that are also going to be an issue. Alright, so we got that. Extraction district. Let's get even more oil. Actually, hold on. I should be able to like connect it to near generator. There we go. So we'll connect those two together. That's even more oil per hour. Woo! New learners are delayed on decapitated warrior. Now look upon your rule for more positively. Consider your leader with integrity. New learners improve. Relations with new learners improve. Trust rises. You're supposed to be improved. That does not look any improved. You failed to— what? They literally gave us no time at all for that. Little Joey's been coughing all night. His forehead's hot as a generator. It'll turn them turners. I know it's them. They got the new flu, and they are strolling about the neighborhoods carrying on with their busyness, killing their people. That's what they're doing. Oh, please. Lord Almighty, I can't stand to lose another child. Someone gotta get through to them. The lack of law regulating contagion prevention is causing tensions to rise in the city. Everything is causing tensions to rise in the city. I blame it's these people. Because we're stuck voting on the same things over and over again. Alright, so let's pass the law yet again.
Hear ye, hear ye. The eyes have it.
Alright, so we got our promises done. Oh, new learners are actually much happier now. We should be severely low on coal though, since we don't have any supply. So I'm not entirely sure, like... Well, let's head back over to our other city. There's nothing really we could do here. Actually, I say that. So we have to actually crack the ground over here first. Alright, so let's stay over here where the nice, happy people are. We just don't have the workforce over here. Our last mine is Wrench Eye. We have extracted all the oil or coal in New London. The city now must rely entirely on fuel from Frostland. We need to find a long-term solution fast. We will survive. I mean, we have the solution right here. Alright, so we are waiting till we get 75 oil before we start transferring it. Steward, this morning a house has been found walled off from the rest of its neighborhood. The inhabitants escaped from after a while, but they found local shops and companies refused to service them. I don't know who did it, but it's for the best. I tell you, them people got all the sort of bugs. The place healthier without them, claimed a local pub owner. The latest spread of influenza has indeed hit the district and people are on edge. Maybe we ought to find common rules for this and to appease the tension. Okay, support quarantine or support the infectious badge. Seems like a pretty healthy thing. And let's get rid of this building now that we're officially done with the coal that we found temporarily. And by the way, for anyone curious, I did figure out how to transfer the oil. However, the bad thing is we gotta wait for it to finish getting done inside of our other city here. So we're really waiting for them to extract enough oil quicker. You know what we could do is turn that off temporarily, and that's going to require less prefabs inside the city here. So we should be able to actually gather more quicker. Let's see here, allowing for rapid oil extraction. Let's upgrade you. Alright, so we don't have the workforce for that, so that's fine. So we're just going to have to tank it out just for a few more days. Once we get to 75, then we'll be able to start sending it towards our other city. 164 people froze to death in New London. We are having a lot of issues with cold and the sick. Alright, city, we actually have a new decree we could do. Alright, so tension slightly increased, disease is decreased. Disease is significantly decreased, shelter demand per capita is slightly increased. I mean, technically... I mean, honestly, that's not too bad because we've got plenty of housing already. Alright, Pilgrims won't negotiate, New Londoners will. I mean, we've continually voted for this one anyways. We already have that one done. Blast foundry, a factory where the iron ore is mixed in with accelerating agents and heated to very high temperatures, maximizing output at the cost of noxious emissions. I mean, good production efficiency is probably best in that area. Alright, so let's just vote on it. 48, that's fine.
The proposed law has been...
You keep your promise and avoid unnecessary chaos in the city. Trust rises. 161. There we go. Alright, so we'll do that. Oh, I don't have any more because we got that working. That's fine, you know what? Alright, so to transfer to our other city, you want to click on that area. And you notice it's going to give us the information here. If you click on the one that we're at, though, you'll see resource transfer. So we'll click you. The oil. I mean, honestly, we're generating it here. Oh, and it's going to give up some of the supplies. That's fine. We don't really have anything else to give to this area anyway, so it's fine. So let's transfer. Anticipation fills the air as the first transfer of oil is set to New London. To dream of the future without feeling cold feels surreal. To make it happen, however, we need to modify the generator to turn this black gold into heat. This will be irreversible. What the future we build ourselves for will depend on it. Chapter 2. Ambitions. People cheer as the oil reaches the city, but they question what it means for our future remains. The years of suffering are coming to an end, and let us improve the generator further and pump oil until the snows of the city melt forever, shout the stalwarts leaders. However, the Pilgrims disagree. What stalwarts want is hubris. New London won't last forever. The frost is our reality. We have to embrace it. Venture forth, use oil to settle new homes in the white beyond. People look to you to decide what the city's future is. Stalwarts will approve this decision. Pilgrims will disapprove this decision. Unlock oil pump generator upgrade that uses only oil. Unlocks the ability to exploit unlimited deep deposits. Ooh. Pilgrims approve this decision. Unlocks adaptive pump generator upgrade that uses any fuel. Unlocks unlimited output Frostland settlements. So, I mean, that's for any fuel where this is specific to oil. But at the same time, I feel like the game's sort of pushing us to where oil is going to be like the #1 king in the game anyway, so let's just do this. We first need to upgrade the generator with oil pumps to use the new fuel. Then we must research and further upgrade the generator with surplus injectors to make New London warmer than ever before. Newfound oil can help us improve previously in excess of deep deposits, which will not run out. We may tap into them for the security of the city. Alright.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes...
So let's slow down. So we need to construct a generator oil pump in the central district. Generator oil pump. Alright, so that's done. So that's check. Research and construct generator surplus injectors. We don't have that. Activate surplus injectors, so we can't do that. And build a deep melting drills. Ooh, so that's good too. So hold on. So let's do generator surplus injectors. Which I assume is going to be this one. Alright, so we got 32% of the city or 19% of the city. And we're going to have to start with you before we can get to the rest. So let's do the one with the most already. Oh, sorry, research. So we're good with that area. Alright, so we do the deep melting drill. Constructing in these districts, food and extraction. Installation using heat from the generator to access unlimited deeper veins of resources where they are available. We have a few of these inside of our city. It's going to take one core, which I mean, we have a couple cores anyways. Where else? Is it this one? I thought we already had this done. Alright, well, since we can only do one, let's do the deep melting drill. I think it's just taking time before that's built, before it actually works. Let's see, what are you? Steward, the Frostlands are furious that the expedition support law is no longer enforced. Yeah, we'll... Calm down, we'll do it again. Alright, so that housing district is maxed out. We actually out of homes. I didn't think we were ever going to run out of homes. So if we crack along like the side here, then we'll be able to expand out our housing area and that'll work out a little bit better. Alright, so we're still waiting for this to get built. Steward, the growing fervor of certain groups in our city has become a cause of alarm. The agitators rail up tensions and push their factions to more radical and violent action. Provided we build enough prison space, our guards could place such militants in previous arrest. A spell in detention would cool their heel and calm their fellows. Build prisons to use the roundup militants' district ability to lower faction fervor. Okay, so apparently the pilgrims are angry. Although, ironically, the New Londoners were like the most angry before we even made this huge decision. Dense housing, hold on. There we go. So then once that's broken in, we'll expand out our housing district. That's going to be fully filled and we don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright, so give it some time. It is almost cold season though, so it's really going to rely on our cities actually being upgraded first. We do have 220 oil though. Alright, so oil 117, 585 max, so I believe that means it's fully done. Do I actually just click on this? Percentage of active workers is increased. I think I can actually click on that at any time. Alright, so we're -1 on the housing. Alright, so we'll get that done. Housing will be fixed. We are... I mean, that's a deep, fertile soil, technically. So let's do a food district. We'll be able to expand that way. That's going to give us a little bit of food, and it's also going to get us access to this deep food area, and then we should be able to drill into the ground, grab that. That should solve a little bit of our issues when it comes to that area. Let's check on our other city real quick. Alright, so how are you guys doing over here? You do not have that. Can I actually... send people? There we go, that's what I need to do. So if we send 1,300 people over to our other area... Hold on. Before we do this... So right now we have 396 people that are sitting inside this city doing nothing at all. And this would have also fixed our housing situation, so I did that completely wrong. But anyways, click on you. Send people, so we want 346. Or roughly, so like... So it's kind of hard to actually move it, but you know what? Let's just relocate 248 people. So we'll get that going. If we open up our map again, we actually should be able to gather up the rest of these people. Some processes still remain in the city, steadfast, refusing to join the city unless we have harnessed a new fuel source. So I mean, I don't understand that. We most definitely have a new fuel source already. And that's going to be the materials. We actually have enough now. That's where we can do this. So that'll be connected. That'll be an infinite supply of materials again. So we got the oil material. We did lose out on our food deposit since it just ran completely out. So we can't really do much with you. Our oil thing over here, it's still... Oh, we can send workers. There we go. 50,000 stockpiles. That's good. We got a little bit of workforce coming this way. So let's see, we need 120. So once people get back here, then we'll be able to start adding in prefabs again. And we should still be getting a ton of oil anyway, so I think we'll be okay in that area. It's about to be another cold season though, but I think we actually have heat situated in both of our cities here.
Please exercise caution, even in quarantine. One illness does not make you...
Alright, so we'll keep that in 2 times speed here. We are going to be stuck researching the abandoned mine outpost to deplete. 443 hostile frostlanders join the pilgrims. It's kind of funny that pilgrims are kind of happy with us, so I'm not entirely sure why they're angry. I mean, we could put it on overdrive, but I mean, I think we have our heating situation fixed for everybody.
Secure additional layers. A cold season is imminent.
Alright, so the cold season's here. So we can drop down 2 notches with that. And build melting drills. Okay, so that means we need to come inside of here. So we're going to need 300 workforce. So we are going to have to pull some people. Let's see. 330 material. So that's the industrial district. So let's do you. We'll turn that off basically for now. And then we'll be able to go inside of here. We'll be able to do the melting drill. This is going to get us an infinite supply of food. And what are you? Another material for that. So let's do you. We could probably get rid of that building, honestly. Obviously, that just used 2 of our cores. We have a new law. So let's do expedition support before it fails that. Alright, so if we had enough of our heat stamps, we could do this next law. So would we be able to borrow borrow it from the pilgrims that hate us?
Steward.
Alright, so we can't do you. What about new learners? So we'll borrow some, but you know what? We're going to do some research for you, so it should be fine. Alright, so we have Star Wars agree with this idea, or new learners agree with this idea. That's 19%, and this is 32% of the city, so let's do that. It is going to take 4 cores, though, so that's not going to be the best. Alright, so if we go back inside the map, we should be able to go to, like, you. Salvage up the cores. That's still getting us the oil. Invite them here, then we'll send them immediately back over to the other town. Because that'll get us the workers that we need for you, which then should allow us to actually have enough supply here. Hold on. Alright, so that should be enough housing. We don't have enough food, and ironically, there's not even a food deposit anywhere inside the city, so we're going to have to constantly be sending food here. Let's do... resource transfer. How much can we spare? So we can do 250. So I mean, eventually we're going to have it, so we have a deep food deposit, and that's also going to be going too. So I think we'll be okay. Steward, the new learners are furious that the city development effort is no longer enforced. Let's go and promise the same thing yet again. I just want these 2 things to be built. That's all we're trying to do. Alright, wait for it. Aha! Alright, so that's a good sign. So now we have an infinite amount of food. We are currently negative when it comes to our output. I think that's because we're sending it to the other cities, though. Let's see, so we have surplus injectors, so we don't have that. A research and construct generator, surplus injectors. Alright, so we just have to research it and then we build it later on. So if we wanted to, we could bump that up, or we could lower this down even more. Alright, so we have 38 homeless, so we're actually going to open up our other city here and just move everybody that way. Alright, so we got 1 homeless, so let's open this house up. So that's +4. That'd be good. It's less food demand here as well. Alright, so that is going to be our materials. So I mean, we could ship it to either place technically. I don't think we necessarily need to, but if we can find like another food deposit, I think our goal is going to be to send it to the city. Alright, so we gotta wait for that to be broken down. Now we'll go inside the food district. Let's get you up and running. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we should be able to expand it out and connect those two. That way we get the heat bonus. There we go. So now both of those will get the heat bonus. Steward, with disease currently under control, more and more citizens question why we keep some housing empty for potential quarantine. It makes no bloody sense, complained an anonymous clerk who we keep maintaining these places just in case when they could make some folks happy right now. A mixed coalition of delegates agree with the complaints and has drafted a new law which would deregulate the issue of contagion altogether. The no contagion prevention law is now available in the council. I mean, I feel like it'll be useful eventually, though. Alright, so we're 41% research with that. Our oil is going to be out eventually, and we are also going to need to swim back over to the other city and start working on that supply. Why are you empty? Is it because it's just constantly sending like everything to them? Let's see, so let's do fracturing pump. Let's slap you on that. So we got 2,000 people arrived here. So now we need the prefabs so we can actually activate you again. And everybody gets to work. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.